What is the Bermuda Triangle? The Bermuda Triangle is a region in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, where a number of aircraft and ships are said to have mysteriously disappeared. The area is loosely defined as a region in the ocean between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, although some define it as being between Miami and the island of Bermuda only. This region is roughly 650,000 square miles, or 1.7 million kilometers squared. But just because this region is not that large, does UNT mean that there have been a lot of strange things that have happened in it? Especially considering that most of these events were during the 20th century. The Bermuda Triangle is known for unexplained maritime disappearances. So what exactly makes the Bermuda Triangle so famous? Well, it is mostly due to the fact that hundreds of planes and ships have gone missing in the area, and no trace of them has ever been found. For example, in 1945, 5 U.S. Navy torpedo bombers from the same squadron disappeared over the Bermuda Triangle without a trace. In 1979, 2 airplanes went missing in the Bermuda Triangle while flying between Puerto Rico and Florida. They had been scheduled to arrive at their destination an hour apart, but both of them never arrived, and these are just 2 examples. There are many more cases like this, which is what makes the Bermuda Triangle so famous. However, in spite of how popular the term Bermuda Triangle has become, you may be surprised to know that it isn't actually an official term. It doesn't appear in any official nautical or aeronautical charts. That's because the Bermuda Triangle isn't officially recognized by the United States Board on Geographic Names. As such, there isn't even a universally agreed upon spelling for it. You will sometimes see the term written as Bermuda Triangle with the word triangle capitalized, Bermuda's Triangle with only the first letter capitalized, or Bermuda Triangle with neither capitalized. So which spelling is correct? Well, since the Bermuda Triangle isn't an official term, all of the spellings are technically correct. However, Bermuda Triangle is definitely the most common spelling. But if it's not officially recognized, why do we even call it the Bermuda Triangle? Well, the term Bermuda Triangle was popularized by Vincent Gaddis in a 1964 article for Argosy magazine. He used it to refer to the area where the aforementioned maritime disappearances took place. Later in 1974, the term was picked up by Fate magazine, which ran an article titled The Deadly Bermuda Triangle. This is what led to the public knowing about the Bermuda Triangle today. Interestingly enough, Vincent Gaddis himself believed that the term Bermuda Triangle was misleading and didn't think that it should be used to refer to the area. Apparently he regretted coining the term. You may also be wondering why the area is called the Bermuda Triangle, when it's really shaped more like a quadrilateral. Well, the name refers to the fact that 3 points on the supposed perimeter of the triangle are actual landmasses. These landmasses are Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. The 4th point of the triangle is the undefined area in the ocean between the other 3. Now, even though the area is basically a quadrilateral, we can still call it a triangle because it has 3 angles. This is the same reason why when people talk about the Bermuda Triangle, they are usually referring to it as being a region between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico rather than the quadrilateral in the ocean. Now that we've covered that, let's take a look at other names for the Bermuda Triangle. One of the oldest names for the Bermuda Triangle is the Devil's Triangle. It first appeared in print in a story published in the North American magazine in 1840. In the story, the captain describes how he encountered horrendous storms and shipwrecks in the area. He even says that one night he saw the devil dancing on the bowsprit of his ship. Of course, this obviously refers to the many ships that have met their demise in the Bermuda Triangle. Some people believe that the devil himself haunts the Bermuda Triangle and lures unsuspecting ships and planes into the water. Captain Charles W. Leadbeater also warned sailors about the Bermuda Triangle in 1888. He claimed that there was something eerie about the area, and that the compass played tricks there. That is probably because Captain Leadbeater was the first person to notice that the magnetic north in the Bermuda Triangle was unreliable. Nowadays, we know that this is caused by the magnetic anomaly known as the Cuban hole, but back then, nobody knew this. So naturally, people began believing that the devil was somehow responsible for it. Another name for the Bermuda Triangle is the Hurricane Triangle. This is because the area is prone to tropical cyclones, also known as hurricanes. Between 1923 to 1945, there were 21 major hurricanes in the Bermuda Triangle. On top of that, many pilots report strange instrument failures in the area. All of this contributes to the dangerous reputation of the Bermuda Triangle. Then there's the most recent name for the Bermuda Triangle, which is the Dragon's Triangle. This is the literal translation of the Japanese term Ryujin no Hako, which literally translates to Triangle of the Setting Sun. It was chosen because the sun sets in the west, and most of the ships and planes that go missing in the Bermuda Triangle do so while traveling from east to west. This name came about after a Japanese cargo plane went missing in the Bermuda Triangle in 1951. After hearing about the incident, Japanese journalist Sake Tange traveled to Miami and interviewed several people who had lost loved ones in the Bermuda Triangle. Then he wrote an article based on their stories. To this day, the Bermuda Triangle is known as the Dragon's Triangle in Japan. A movie about the Bermuda Triangle, released in 1976 in Japan, was titled simply The Dragon S Triangle. But wait, there's still another name for the Bermuda Triangle. What is it? It's actually just called the sixth region in the Bahamas. Yes, the islands of the Bahamas have split themselves into 7 regions. The Bermuda Triangle happens to be the 6th one, which means that the official name is the 6th region. However, the name Bermuda Triangle is so popular that most people don't even bother with the other names. After all, it's much easier to say I went missing in the Bermuda Triangle than I went missing in the 6th region of the Bahamas. And finally, let's take a look at where the Bermuda Triangle is located. Like I mentioned earlier, the region is loosely defined as being between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. However, different people have different ideas about where the borders are. Some say that the northern border of the triangle lies off the coast of Florida, while others claim it extends as far north as Cape Hatteras in North Carolina. The southern border is more or less agreed upon to lie between Cuba and the island of Bermuda. As for the eastern border, some say it begins at the Turks and Caicos Islands, while others say it's the Lesser Antilles, or even Puerto Rico. Basically, there's no single universally agreed upon definition of where the Bermuda Triangle starts and ends. This is partly because the term was never official to begin with. If we were to go by the most widely accepted definition, however, the region would start from Cape Hatteras to the north, San Juan, Puerto Rico to the south, the Turks and Caicos Islands to the east, and Bermuda to the west. So now you know pretty much everything there is to know about the Bermuda Triangle. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave us a like and tell us what you thought about it in the comments. If you want to support us even more, consider becoming a member where you can give us feedback and suggest future topics. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.